Okay, so welcome to Sunday Qigong. So just land, drop in on yourself. Feel your feet on the ground, rooted into the ground. Allow your ankles, knees, hips to soften, tailbone to soften, spine to lengthen. Tuck your chin in so that your cervical spine lengthens up, your neck lengthens up, star string to the sky. Allow your shoulders to soften, a little space between the axilla there. Little space at the groin. And close your eyes for a second and just notice how your body feels at the end of the week. How your mind feels. And where your emotions are. Just a light check-in. And allow yourself just to be right here, right now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just coming into a time for some practice. Okay, let's do some breathing. Let's get some oxygen into the body. So oxygen is the quickest way to enhance our chi. So if you're a little bit sluggish, get that breath into the belly. Breath into the belly, you're getting a liter of air. Breath into the top of the chest, a cup of air. So hands just below the navel there and breathing in so that your belly expands. Breathing out, belly goes back towards the spine. Let's breathe in through the nose, maybe the count of 4, and breathe out for the count of 6. And you can count that yourself. We'll do a couple. You can have your eyes open or closed, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Getting that longer exhale to relax the body and allow your physiology to drop into the parasympathetic tone of the autonomic nervous system. Longer out breath, and out breath through the mouth is bringing that relaxation in. And pop your hands like tiger's mouth just under your last ribs there. So your diaphragm, as it pushes down into the belly, goes forwards, back towards the kidney and out to the side. So let's pick on the physicality of the outward expansion of the diaphragm. So breathing in, you're going to be pushing your hands out to the side. And as you breathe out, just follow the breath as the diaphragm becomes shorter and moves upwards. And let's stick to the 4 in and the 6 out. Through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel as if you're pushing the diaphragm sideways, strengthening it. So now Qigong practitioners, which could be you if you practice your Qigong regularly, you've got twice the range of motion in your diaphragm as the normal man in the street has. Which means you can get a lot more oxygen in here. It also means that you're massaging your organs on a regular basis. So your organs, your liver, your spleen, your stomach, your kidney, everything is going to work more efficiently because of this pressure on, pressure off. Good. So we've got some good oxygen in. We've come into the moment. And now we're going to clear anything that's built up during the week that you just don't need to carry with you through to tomorrow and the next week. So tiger clears the way. Little claws. And you're crossing your wrists here and bend your knees as you go down. So this is a bit of a warm-up. At the same time, it's clearing particularly neck and shoulders here. And when you clear, nice big out through the mouth. And feel the outer part of your electromagnetic field. It's not even the outer part, it's just part of it. Yours is extending way, 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 way out. But this is a reasonable space to feel here and say, this is my personal space. And nobody comes in here, and unless I invite you to come in here. Okay. Remember, we're clearing anything that's stagnant in the mind, any emotions that just are not useful to us, and any muscle tension. Let's do another round of that. Feel particularly between your shoulder blades that you're letting go there. And feel your space. Should have a little bit of warmth coming through your hands and your shoulders there. All right, let's work through the spine and get some rotation through the spine and length through the spine. So your Qigong posture, dropping your tailbone, chin lengthening, so getting space between the vertebrae. One hand across the heart area and the one behind the back. And you're going to turn. It's like knocking the door of life without the knocking. So you're turning and your hand goes out, thumb down and spiral. Watch your hand as you turn to look behind you. Little finger comes forwards, up above your head as you turn in the opposite direction, lift, and then clear through your Ren meridian. It's very nice and centering. Change over. One hand across. So rotate, taking your thumb down, so getting a full rotation through your arm and watching your hand. Little finger rotates, coming right across to the other side. Turning through your hips, up through the spine, back to center. And with your thumb coming down the Ren channel again. Change over. Round you go. Thumb down. And so we'll taking the little finger up there. We're spiraling in and we're spiraling out. Like the seeds do when they shoot off. It's very strong, springy movement for the whole body. All your fascia is getting wound up tight, 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 tight. And then we're to go in the opposite direction. It's going into an unwind and down. Last one to either side. Round you go, watching your hand. Should be able to go a little bit further each time. Reach right up to the sky as we're coming here. These movements are done slowly so that you can actually feel what it feels like in your shoulders, your back, your legs. Qigong is an embodied practice. We're so busy during the days and to go about our lives, we don't have a chance to feel what the body is doing. There you go. All right, shake your feet out a little bit. And let's expand the space between the top of our pelvis and our ribs. This is where we sink down as we get older. So picking cherries. Coming up to pick the cherries. This hand can be holding the branch, so picking the cherry. Giving time to feel the shoulder opening, space between the pelvis and the ribs opening there. And then over to the other side. Slowly lower down and up with the other hand. Kind of watch your hand as you're going up. Lengthening, 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 but without straightening. So keeping that springiness, the straight but not straight in your arms as you go up. Watching your hand as you pick the cherries and coming down. And we're getting a beautiful stretch up through the one side of the spine and then the opposite side of the spine. A lot of the work we do with our spine during the day is just a forwards back. So we lose these subtle movements, subtle side stretch and rotational movements through the spine. You go. Okay, so let's take this spinal stretch into the neck and the shoulders. Feet slightly apart, and we're going to do spreading the feathers. So we spiral arms forwards as we take the hip back, and your thumbs are spiraling around here. Tailbones drop down, chin is lifted up. Breathing in, and then dropping your ear down to your shoulder. So you're wanting to do a long, slow, gentle stretch so that you open the front of the neck and the side of the neck between the head and the shoulder, and then getting that rotation going right down through the arms there. And breathing in. You can leave your ear for a breath or two if you like. Breathing out. It can be out through the mouth when you're releasing and stretching. See if you can push the arm down a little bit more, so increase the space in the front of the neck. Coming up. Breathe in, breathe out to the other side. Push your arm down. And if you're feeling any tension or tingling down here, that's because your fascia is stretching. Also because you're getting more of a nerve glide. All those nerves coming down from your neck to your hands. And if you don't use your arms in these different positions, you often, those nerves get a little bit tethered down with the soft tissue there. Coming up. Okay. Back of the hands facing forwards. Take your hands behind you. Bottom goes back. And now your little fingers are coming around. Now we're going to be stretching the yin side of the arms here again. Let your tailbone drop down a long spine. Tuck your chin in. Breathing in and dropping your ear to the shoulder. Now you may find that one position is softer than the other. This is much softer for me. I feel much less stretch here than when I'm stretching the outside of my arms. And breathing in, coming up. And breathing out, going down. Out through the mouth. And coming up. And dropping to the side. So the only way we're really going to get the movement through the top of the spine, the sort of first and second joints, is to put your hands behind your back as high as you can. So now we're opening through our pec minor and pec major muscles there. A lot of people walk around with their shoulders forward, so this is very nice to open you up here. And tuck that tailbone down, keep your chin in. And again, drop your ear down to your shoulder. And once it's dropped there, just do a chin circle. And this is going to get your C01, where most of your rotation takes place. Target the movement over there. And if you do it regularly, you're not going to hear any crunches. If you haven't, you probably will. Other way around. Head to center, breathe in and drop down, 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 down. You'll down slowly. Your fascia likes to stretch slowly. Things get tight if you try and stretch them too fast. Other way around. So really opening up the whole of the neck now. Good. So we really need this part of our body open here because all our nerves and the big blood vessels going down into the arm are all coming through the front here. So when we shorten here and forwards here, everything is just under pressure and we just don't get good circulation further down. Okay, let's go into the thoracic area. So opening up in your feet here, and let's move the body like a river. Feeling your feet rooted to the ground first, and just get a sense of changing your weight from one leg to the other, doing it slowly, feeling, aha, I've got 80% of my weight on one leg and then the other leg. Getting a little stretch through your adductor muscles here. Again, we don't get a lot of movement through these muscles with the lifestyle that we lead, walking, sitting, running. At the same time, you're dropping your tailbone, and at the same time, you're folding your hip down so that your knee doesn't go in front of your big toes. And now let's lean forwards and move your body like a river. So now we're taking shoulders, hips, hips, shoulders, head, hips, shoulders. Don't forget your head. Your head has got a neck, has got a nice side bend to it. So try and get that side bend as you come to the end of the movement. Nice and soft. Soften it, soften it, soften it. You know how birds move their necks with that beautiful softness. Even a giraffe can make almost figure eights with its neck. When they mate, they wind their necks around each other. Seen it in Namibia in the sunset. Absolutely amazing. So flexible. And we tend to have necks that move in a slab instead of like a string of beads. Okay, and let's go over, pushing the river now. So now when we're doing this, we're getting more side bend through the middle of thoracic, an area which is much tighter because the spine is attached to the ribs. So unless your chest is nice and flexible, you're not going to get good movement through here. Pushing and pushing, and feel as if the air that you're moving through is water. If you're going through water, you'd be making ripples. And as you're going through the air, you are making ripples. You just can't see them. Breathing into one side, breathing out to the other. So this evening, or if it's morning with you, we're doing a lot of easy, nice, light flows to lighten up our space a little bit, lighten up our emotions, and lighten up our minds a little bit, and let our bodies move freely. If our bodies move freely, then our emotions can move freely. Okay, and come back. And let's do the rainbow dance. So the rainbow dance, one hand is going to come up as if it's coming around a ball. And in this one, we're going to move our hips with the movement as well. It's coming up. Other hand is going to go out to the side. But you can feel that the lagong points in each palm are facing each other there. And then you swap over. So over to the side, hand over the head, but facing the other hand, and across. So a beautiful side bend of the spine here. As you come up, feel your body lift. As you go down, feel your body sink. So in Qigong, we have winding up and unwinding and winding up, and we have raising up and sinking down. So we're always having this rhythm of pushing and expanding, sort of pumping through the body, bringing rhythms through the body. So your head turns to watch your hand, the outward hand, and feel as if you've got a rainbow between your hands. In. Breathing out to sink down. to in and out through the nose. You may even feel that your heart rate comes up a little bit with this. We are actually helping the heart to pump really nicely with this movement, and lifting your arms up is very good for heart pumping as well. And coming down. From there, we're going to play with the ball. So one hand comes to the side and is rooted towards the ground. Other hand is holding a ball and reaching out with the ball, lifting your foot. So the weight comes down on this leg and you feel connected to gravity here, but this side is lifting up. Doesn't go higher than that because you've got this beautiful ball, which may be a gift you're giving to someone. And if I go like that, it's going to fall off and break on the ground. So just holding it up so that your hand is horizontal there, coming back and lifting up with the other side. That's a breath in, and that's breath out. In and out. In. So feeling the lifting, the lightness of one side and the groundedness of the other side of your body. You can imagine that you're a child, maybe playing with a beach ball, or even those little balls you to blow a big soap bubble, or you can imagine it being a beautiful crystal ball that you're giving as a gift to somebody. Breathing in, feeling that diagonal weight shift going through your waist as you go from side to side. So you can imagine if you're feeling a little bit stuck and grumpy, and you don't want to carry on like that, just come and do playing with rainbows, come and play with the ball a little bit, and see how you feel. Be a little more childlike. Nice deep breaths in and out. Watch your hand as it comes up. Watch your other hand as it comes up. And in between, you can just look into the distance and then focus on your hand as it comes up. As it goes down, just look into the distance. Looking into the distance also relaxes your mind. Notice how your body feels. Notice your feet on the ground. Noticing the rooting in on the one side and the lifting up on the other. And from there, we're going to go into moon over the water. So you're looking over the sea, maybe looking over a lake, and the light of the moon is glittering on the water. And you can imagine being a child just touching those silvery ripples. You could do a weight shift from side to side as you do this as well. And now you take the hands and go right over the moon and coming down. And again, just tracing the glinting silver on the water. Soft, soft, soft. Feel the air moving through your fingers. And the other side, up you go, right over. And if you find your legs and the arms going in the opposite direction, just bring them back into line. It's great for our coordination. and over the moon, lifting high, lift your body up, lift your spine, through the shoulders, softly coming down. So floating your hands down as they come down, over the water, and coming down. And we're going to go from there into some balance exercise, but still flying pigeon. So with flying pigeon, here are your feathers and your arms, and you're going to step forward and your hands come together. They don't touch. So you just feel that your laogong points in the palm are coming towards each other, and then opening your wings back again. Feel this movement through the wrists, so the hands coming last and the wrists open up first. So I'm just stepping with one leg forwards now. So as we're stepping forwards, you bend your knee and you bring your weight forwards and the back heel is off the ground. Step back. Just do a few with the one leg, then you'll swap over and alternate. Step forwards, bring your weight forwards and open. Step forwards, weight forwards, hands don't touch. Open your wings. Feel the feathers. Forwards, back. Stepping forwards. Hold your balance. Back. Stepping forwards. Hold your balance. Coming back. And cross your arms over your chest here. And what we're going to do again is for balance, we're going to be stepping back and opening your wings and then stepping to cross again here. And this is kind of symbolic of being able to step out when you don't really know what's there, because you don't know what is behind us. But hopefully just check before you start doing this. But just the fact that you can step back into the unknown or step out into the unknown. This is a breath in and coming back. Breath in, coming back. Breath in, coming back. And you can feel with these opening moves how this opens your heart, it opens your emotions, it opens your kind of acceptance of life. And then we can come back when we need to. We can show so much openness and no more, not for a while, coming back. So that's a breath in and breath out. 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 And when we really need more opening in order to lift our spirits, we can do Rock extends his wings. So Rock is this huge big bird, somewhere from the Middle Ages, massive wings in the Middle East. And Rock closes his wings and bending your knees and then curl up from your tailbone, up, up, up. Keep your chin tucked in, but look up and then open your wings. Rock extending these massive, massive, massive wings and breathe out. I think Rock was kind of almost the size of a dinosaur bird. And breathe in and breathe out. So this was often given as an exercise to lift depression. Breathing in again, just feeling that openness. It's hard to be miserable if you're standing in this position. Breathe out to everything close down and roll out and up. Open, 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 open. Keeping your chin tucked in as you go back. If you let your head go right back, it's fine. If you're young and you've got a beautiful neck, but if you're older and you've got neck issues, it can sometimes compress your little basilar artery, which goes to your head, which will make you feel really dizzy. So it's a good idea to, although you're extending your neck back, to keep your chin slightly forwards there and come down. Oh, right. Just allow yourself to move through your shoulders there a little bit. And we'll do something we haven't done for a long time, which is cloud walking. Cloud walking also good for your balance, but also good for a sense of lightness. So we're going to be lifting your knee up to 90 degrees if you can. So just initially feel that. So you root, lift the other one up, root, lift the other one up. And now we can do same arm and leg. So you feel as if there's a string between your hand and your knee as you're lifting up. Slowly down, lifting up. And you must root before the next foot comes up, otherwise you fall over. Okay. So with cloud walking, you can actually walk around the room really slowly. Go backwards and forwards. And again, notice how your wrists are very soft. Almost like you're playing with clouds here. And let's turn the ball all the way up, over to the side. Bend your knees, down to the ground, drop your head, rolling up, letting your arms be really loose, but at the same time, extending through the spine, through the shoulder joints, through the elbows, breathing in, and bring out as you go down. Change direction, breathing in, and breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. And your hands come down to your belly, just underneath your navel here. And from there, let's take your hands out to the side. A big turn as you get to shoulder level. And then your hands up, reaching toward the stars. And then slowly, slowly, slowly combing down through your bioelectric field. Being aware of the sense of gravity. Feeling nature all around you, the trees, flowers, the animals, the birds, people. And reaching up to the stars, the planets, kind of the wisdom, high wisdom, and down. Breathing in, big turn, breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out, just balancing your mind, your emotions, and your physical body. Hands coming over each other just below your belly. And wind in bamboo, just being aware of the balance changing between your feet, from your heels to your toes, one foot to the other. And notice how your body feels after doing your Qigong stretching and spirals and breathing and clearing. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Allow your face to soften. And listen for any sounds outside of you or inside of you. And drop your hands and open your eyes, and a little walking just to bring yourself back to where you started, although the you that's come back to the same to this place is not the same you. Thank you for joining Sunday Qigong, and have a great week further.